Hi guys, we're back with lesson 9. So we're on chapter 6, lesson 9, problem solving, practicing addition and subtraction. So by now you've learned everything you need to know for this book. So I know this is going to be your favorite because this is the lesson that's all about word problems, and I know how much all of you love them. So I'm going to show you, this is a chart that they use, much like the chart that I know all of you are using for the word problems I've given you, number 17 through 20. So this isn't just another version of that chart and how to pick out information. So we're going to read the word problem 3 times. Make sure you have your highlighter, or if you don't have a highlighter, get a pencil, a colored pencil, or you can underline with your pencil. All right, let's begin. The Diaz family is cross-country skiing with the Big Tree Trails, which have a total length of 4 miles. Yesterday they skied the 7/8 mile trail, Oak Trail. Today they skied the 3/5 mile Pine Trail. If they plan to ski all the Big Tree Trails, how many more miles do they have left to ski? All right, there's the first one. So we know it's about skiing, and we know that they're going on some pretty long treks here. So let's highlight for information this time. The Diaz family is cross-country skiing the Big Tree Trails. They have to go a total length of 4 miles. So I'm going to underline total length and 4 miles because that's how many miles they have to go in total. All right, yesterday they skied 7/8 miles. Okay, so I'm sorry, 7/10. So we're going to highlight 7/10 miles. Today they skied 3/5 miles. Okay, so let's underline 3/5 mile. If they plan to ski all of the Big Tree Trails, how many more miles do they have left? Okay, so we know that there's 4 miles. They've already gone 7/10 of a mile and 3/5 of a mile. So we know we're going to have to use that information somewhere. But for the third time, let's read through it for the question. Now, this graphic organizer starts with the question, which I know I always tell you to do last, and I expect you to do it that way also. But for the book's sake, we're going to go with it and go have it be first. Okay, so last time, the Diaz family is cross-country skiing on the Big Tree Trails, which has a total length of 4 miles. Yesterday, they skied the 7/10 mile Oak Trail. Today, they have skied the 3/5 mile Pine Trail. If they plan to ski all of the Big Tree Trails, how many more miles do they have left to ski? So we're looking at the word all and how many more miles. Okay, those are going to be our key words to figuring out our operation. Okay, so let's go pick up your pencil and let's go through these together. Okay, the first question, what do I need to find? Okay, I underline find because that is what the question is asking us. I need to find the distance they have left to ski. So let's find out the distance the Diaz family has left to ski. Now, in case you don't know, we're on page 401 in our chapter 6 book. Okay, so the Diaz family we have to figure out how many miles the Diaz family has left to ski. Okay, what information do I need to use? I need to use the distance they have already skied. And the total distance they plan to ski. Okay, everyone got that filled out. The next one, how will I use the information? That's a good question. How am I going to solve this? I can work backwards by starting with the total distance. And subtract each distance they've already skied to find the distance they have left. Okay, we got that from how many more miles. That tells me to subtract each of these from 4. Now, can you also add these two together then subtract it? Absolutely. But for this problem, we're going to do, as I said, subtract each distance. Okay, so down here, you all should be filling this in as we go. Write an equation. Miles skied yesterday. So yesterday we read that they skied 7/10 of a mile. So I do 7 over 10 plus the miles skied today, which is 3/5. Okay, so they did decide to add those together first. Okay, miles they need to ski is M equals the total distance, which is 4. Okay, remember we talked about algebra. M just stands for a certain number. That's all it stands for. So over here, we're going to do 4 minus 7/10 minus 3/5. Now, I'm going to add 7/10 and 3/5 first. Okay, we're going to find our LCM, which is going to be 10. So 7/10 stays the same, and 3/5, because 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, we're going to add those together. So we're going to have 7 plus 6, going to be 13 tenths, which we're going to convert is going to be 1 3/10. So we're going to subtract 4 from 1 3/10. Now we don't have anything here, so we're going to have to borrow from the 4, and we're going to have to place a whole number over here. So 10 over 10, a whole fraction. So 10 minus 3 is 7/10. And then you get 2/10. Okay, so this was simply using what you know already in a word problem. That's all it was. Okay, you've already learned how to subtract fractions. If you don't remember how to do this part, just subtract each one of these from 4. So subtract 7/10 from 4, and then whatever your sum is, you subtract 3/5 from that sum. Okay, so for this lesson, I would like you to complete page 402, which has try another problem, which has the chart on it. I want you to try it. Page 402. And then I would like you to try page 403 and complete those word problems 1 through 4. All of your work goes right here where it says write. And then I would like you to complete page 405, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I expect you to highlight, and I expect you to read it 3 times through, just like we've been doing in class for the past 2 months. All right, if you have any questions, again, email me or dojo me. Thanks, have a good night.